Leafs Nation. Sometimes time doesn't heal everything. Sometimes it only makes it clearer what should have never happened. Toronto looks at the past and sees the future because he never should have left. Today, we're talking about Nazem Kadri, the mistake, the longing, and the chance for redemption. So go ahead and leave a like, hit that notification bell, and come with us, because this is a story that hits the heart of every fan who's ever felt the blue and white pulse through their chest. Because when you like and subscribe to the channel, you're not just supporting the work. You're making a loud and clear statement that this fan base doesn't forget its own. You're showing the entire league that Toronto is not intimidated, that the blue and white still beat strong, and that stories like Kadri's deserve to be told, and who knows, lived again someday. So come be part of this community that never turns its back on those who gave everything on the ice. Here, every fan matters. Here, the voice of Leafs Nation echoes. Go Leafs go. When Kyle Dubas traded Kadri to the Colorado Avalanche in 2019, the justification sounded reasonable. Toronto needed discipline, needed to finally push through the playoffs. But what was lost that day was so much more than a player. Toronto lost personality, competitiveness, intensity. Kadri was and still is a playoff soul. While the Leafs searched for a new identity, Kadri became a Stanley Cup champion in Denver. He was a protagonist. He was clutch. He was a guy who delivers when everything is on the line, while Toronto remained waiting. And now, the irony of fate is knocking at the door again. Brad Treliving, the same general manager who brought Kadri to Calgary, is now in Toronto trying to fix a mistake that wasn't his, but one he understands better than anyone. The problem is that the Flames and Treliving don't exactly have the smoothest relationship. In theory, business shouldn't be personal. In the NHL, it always is. And this story is packed with emotion. Kadri carries a heavy contract, $7 million per year until he's 38. But he also has control over his own future. A list of 13 block trade destinations, and an experienced agent shaping everything to make sure the next move is strategic. Calgary doesn't want to strengthen a direct competitor. Rebuilding teams won't pay for the present, and that makes the market much smaller than it seems. Toronto, despite all complications, appears as one of the clearest options. Big market, competitive team, emotional history, the place where he grew up as a player. And there's an urgency factor. He's about to reach 1,000 career games. Rumors suggest that after that milestone, the trade becomes inevitable. And we're talking about November. Now, this is the moment. But what about the Kadri of today? What does he still bring? He's no longer the 28-year-old skater with speed. But he is still exactly the player profile that Toronto can't find anywhere else. A center who can carry the puck, who gives tactical flexibility to move Tavares to the wing, who draws penalties and transforms power plays. A competitor who plays with pain, with anger, with purpose. He is not Marner. He is not Nylander. But he allows them to remain who they are, while adding responsibility across 200 feet of ice. He is pure intensity, not afraid to make enemies, not afraid to be the villain in another arena. And that, Leafs Nation, has been missing in Toronto for a long time. On paper, Kadri still produces solid numbers. More than 20 goals per season, face-off control above 50%, between 17 and 19 minutes of ice time per game, and a playoff performance that does not shake. The fit with Craig Berube is nearly perfect. The new coach wants a team that hurts opponents. That does not step away from confrontation. That takes every shift like it's the last. And let's be honest, who on the current roster really scares rivals? Who makes the ice shake when they step on it? Who looks a defender in the eye and says, Tonight, you're going to suffer? Toronto doesn't have that answer. Kadri is that answer. The issue, of course, is the cap. $7 million a year isn't easy to fit. Calgary wants to get out of that deal without taking another heavy contract back. Toronto would have to move pieces. Nick Robertson could be involved, or Bobby McMahon. Kaye Jarnkrok could help balance salaries. The Flames need young goaltending. Exactly what Toronto can offer with some depth. Prospects like Miroslav Holinka and Jacob Quillen could also be part of the negotiation. A complicated deal? Definitely. But not impossible. And there's something that goes beyond spreadsheets, beyond charts, beyond cap hit. Kadri represents Toronto. He was developed here. He was shaped here. He bled blue and white. He was punished for caring too much. And when he came back to Scotiabank Arena as an opponent, he felt it. We felt it. The fans never forgot. Neither did he, because there is one truth that refuses to fade. He never should have left. Now imagine what could happen. Kadri returning, bringing exactly what the Maple Leafs need to stop being a team that enchants in December and start being a team that crushes opponents in May. Berube gaining a playoff piece that fits his style. Tavares relieved from defensive overload, able to adjust his game without the burden of being the only impactful veteran center. Deeper lines, a more dangerous power play, a warrior identity. Yes, it's a risk. Yes, the contract is scary. Yes, age is a factor. But Leafs Nation, let's be honest. Are we tired of waiting for the ideal? Aren't we tired of building perfect regular season teams that collapse at the first gust of October wind? Aren't we tired of thinking everything will fix itself someday? The flawless player never becomes available. The necessary one is right here. In the end, it comes down to a simple question. Does Toronto want to continue being a team that shines in the regular season or finally become a team that hurts opponents in the playoffs? Kadri doesn't bring certainty. No bet does. But he brings pride. He brings personality. He brings soul. If he returns, it won't just be a trade. It will be reconciliation. It will be redemption. It will be the return of an identity that should have never been discarded. A whole city saying, "We're ready to fight with you again." And him answering, "Finally home." So, Leafs Nation, now it's up to you. I want to hear it. Do you want Nazem Kadri back? Do you think Brad Treliving should make this beautifully crazy move happen? Comment below. Make noise. Subscribe to the channel. Drop that like to strengthen this community that never quits. Because here, we don't forget those who played with our heart. He never should have left. Leafs Nation, until the next battle. Go Leafs go.